Hello, and welcome back to developing that absolutely hilarious comedic ventriloquist character. We have been working on my newest character I am developing, and we are developing him together, Dude. I picked up Dude at last year's Ventriloquist convention. We have done his backstory, his summary. We filled out his character profile sheet. We know what motivates him. We know what he feels passionately about. We know just about everything that we need to know about him. But I should have mentioned in the last video, as you work with your character, you're actually getting to know them. Kind of like when you meet a new friend or a work associate, the more time you spend with them, the more you get to know them. Do not feel like there is anything on that character profile sheet that can't be changed. As you work with him, things might develop, things might evolve. It may take you a while because you're going to be getting to know this character inside and out until they become, hopefully, a cast character. And when they are a cast character, that's the kind of character that when you're on stage and you're in your groove, doesn't matter what happens. Someone can heckle you, somebody can drop a tray, anything bizarre can happen, and you will instinctively, without even thinking about it, that part of your brain that operates that character is going to answer and is going to handle the situation without you even thinking about it. That is how ingrained in their psyche they will be. I have two cast characters. My first and probably most awesome, or the one that I perform with the most, is Agnes. Here is Agnes. I am just going to pick Agnes up real quick. I am sorry, you should not turn your back, but hello, I am Trish's cast character. It's so nice to meet you. Now, Agnes, we are working on developing our character. We are developing Dude. Yeah, I know that. And one of the things is some people feel, so we've done the backstory, we've done everything, so we are on the next part. I think that would be his voice, Trish. Exactly, his voice. Now, sometimes you will pick a puppet up and immediately the puppet starts talking. You're making the puppet talk and you know what voice that puppet has. Some people say that you should have the voice before you die the puppet. That is true. Some people feel though, so that you don't end up with a lot of puppets that you can't develop, that you should have the voice. Sometimes it's not that simple. I think it's really important to try to have a concept. I saw Dude and I immediately had a concept for him. I knew what I wanted him to be, though I did not have a voice. Now, that may be why it's taken me so long to develop him, or it could be that you're just busy, Trish, or it could be that I'm just busy, and now we're doing it together. So, we are at the point now where we need to develop Dude's voice. Oh my goodness. I am going to put Agnes down. She's actually, I'm going to have to put her over there. I'm sorry for turning my back. Her stand fell when I was doing that. And anyway, so we have Dude. When you are developing your character voice, do not worry about lip movement. Do not pick your character up. You want to get those sounds, those inflections, those intonations, everything honed down to where you're pretty comfortable with where you are before you actually start to work with that character moving. I want you to get the sound of the voice down 100%. Do not worry about lip control. That will come later. Do not do this while you hold your character. You do not want to get into the habit of making the character talk while you're moving your lips. If you've been a ventriloquist for any amount of time, it will become second nature that every single time you pick something up, you don't want to move your lips. The problem you can run into when you are developing a new voice is you need all of your tongue, all of your mouth, all of your vocal range to figure out exactly what you want that character to sound like. Do not hold yourself back or sabotage yourself by getting hung up at this point on lip control. You can, no matter what sound you can make, I promise you, you can do it without moving your lips. Get your sound down first. Now, obviously, dude is a male character. I'm a girl. I'm a female. I happen to be a female with a normal female range. What that means is that doing a male voice is a bit more challenging for me. You could be one of those females that has an incredibly sexy voice and you can do male characters very easily. I'm not one of those. I already have male characters. I have 2 male characters that I use quite a bit. That is this guy here, Cecil. And Cecil talks just like this. He's an old man. He happens to be Agnes's husband. And I have, I'd say, my second cast character, and it took me a while to develop Clem. Clem, I picked him up, I had the voice, everything, but it did take a couple years for him to develop to the point that he's second nature on stage. He is now second nature on stage. I love working with this guy. He will answer before I even think about it. Anyway, here is Clem. Let's get him out just for a second. And Clem has eye movement, but the mechanism's a little bit wonky inside. Hey man, how you doing? Yeah, I've been promoted to a cast character and got a raise. He did get a raise. 30%, 30% of his current salary, which was 0. Exactly. Anyway, so that's Clem. So those are the 2 male voices that I do. So it's going to be a little bit, sorry to turn my back, a little bit of a challenge to come up with that third voice. Sorry about turning my back. So, dude, I had a concept the second that I saw him. I had a mental image of Cheech and Chong. So let's work on that. See, I'm not moving my lips because I'm a ventriloquist and your brain works that way. Nah, man. What do you need to do? What do you need to do, man? Yeah, that's cool. I like that. Okay, I wasn't moving my lips. Wow, that's cool. I like that. Yo, dude. Yeah, these. Love. Yeah, dude. Okay. I think you get where I'm going with that. I'm wanting that kind of breathy, what's up, man? What are you doing, man? I want to go burn one, man. I'm wanting that. I need it deep. I need it down at lower. I've got the concept of the voice, so I need to work with it. The next thing you're going to do is you're going to work with that voice, recording it beside your other characters that are of the same gender. So I need to make sure that my male characters don't sound the same. So now what I'm going to do is, still with moving my lips, and we're not technically doing it because I can't sell this up, I'm going to record those different voices. And let's do it with a little bit of lip control stuff. So let's do Cecil's voice. Rather they, no, that was Clem's voice. Rather they the doggy hunters. They the boys play this basketball on the, no, they the boys play baseball on the basketball court. That's Cecil's voice. Now, let's stick dude in there. Yo, man, what are you doing? Let's go burn one. Then let's do Clem. Yeah, man, what are you doing? Let's go. Oh, I better not burn one. I just kind of like to drink. Anyway, now, I'm not recording this and playing this back, but I feel like, just when I heard myself, Cecil is sounding a lot like dude. So I need to work on that. I need to work on that registry. Now, everybody has a range. When you are working on a voice, if you are a male doing a female voice, that's when you're really going to push your vocal cords to the limit, most likely. You probably naturally have a much deeper voice if you're a male doing a female voice. That's the most challenging. Female doing a male voice, if you have the natural female voice, it's going to be most challenging. You have a range. You can push yourself below that range. When that happens, and it can happen a lot when you're developing a character voice, first thing that's going to happen, you're going to feel like you need to take a drink and you may start to cough. Stop. You are actually hurting your vocal cords at that point. You are straining them. You're putting too much tension on them. You need to step back and try to lower your I guess it's your diaphragm down to where you're not straining your voice, man. And you need to work on it, man, so that you can maybe go burn one and like, what do you need to do, man? Work on that. You should not feel that strain. If you're feeling a strain, feeling like you're needing to cough or you do cough, stop. You're straining yourself. Now, I am at the point where I know what I want dude to sound like, but his voice is not there yet. When I was listening to myself, and of course I am going to record myself. Now I need to record back to back. I think dude sounds a lot like Cecil. So I'm going to sit down and I am going to voice record Cecil saying something and dude saying something. Still, I'm not going to be worrying about my lip control. I am going to work on that until I feel like there is enough of a differentiation between these two voices. You may get your voice completely developed, but you may still hear a similarity between your characters. That's only natural. There are only so many voices that we can do. Some people have a much wider vocal range. Some people have a much narrower. If you find yourself with two characters that, though they sound different, they have similarities, that's not a problem. Don't say, oh no, I can never use this new character. No, that is not the case. Just when you go and perform a show, don't put that character right after each other in your character lineup. In other words, when I get to the point that dude is completely developed, sorry dude, I hit him in the nose, sorry dude. When I get to the point that he is completely developed, but if I still feel like there is some similarity between his voice and Cecil's voice, I would never put Cecil in the lineup backed by dude, or dude in the lineup backed by Cecil, and I would never put the two of them on stage with me at the same time doing a double character with similar voices. I would put a character in between them with a very different voice. In my case, I would put Agnes in between, say, dude or Cecil. I would put Precious, one of my other female characters, in between them. Okay, the other thing you may be thinking is maybe I should do an accent. I see what you're saying, and I've thought about that. I do have a rat character, Geraldo Ratera, and he does have a bit of an accent, a northerner accent or Midwestern accent. Because I have a vision for dude sounding as closely to, say, Chong and Cheech and Chong, I don't want to go that route. I want to try to stay authentic. So here we are. We are at the stage now where we're giving our character a voice. So let's go over it again. You've got your backstory with your character, everything. You have in your mind what your character wants to sound like. Start saying that, recording it, doing it until it feels natural. I'm probably going to be walking around the house the next couple days or sitting down with the recorder going, yo, man, let's go burn one. And then I'm going to be saying it beside Cecil, I don't think I threw the going to burn one. Until I get enough of a differentiation when you get that differentiation and you feel comfortable, put that voice in with your lip control practice. If you want recommended lip control practice, it's in other videos. When you do that, what you're gonna do is you're gonna record yourself. At this point, don't move your lips when you do your character voice. Yeah, when you're first doing it, your lips are gonna be flapping in the wind. It's okay. Then you'll get the quivers, but then you'll lose your movement. It will come very quickly, I assure you. Record those voices back to back, lip control wise. The more you do it, the more differentiation you're gonna get. And then at that point, pick your character up, start working with them without moving your lips. This video lasted a lot longer than I wanted it to, and I'm very sorry, but I hope and I think I covered everything I wanted you to know. Let's keep going. On the next one, we're gonna start, by the next video, our character will have a voice. We'll be conversing with them, and we will be writing some comedy for that hilarious ventriloquist character.